I'm Emma, the trainer at Anglian Dog Works, and today I've got Darwin with me and we're going to be working on his loose lead walking. So when I think about loose lead walking, it's got three components. I've got a dog that's focused on me, on a slack lead and in line with my leg. So once you've worked through the eye contact exercises, so you've got the dog's focus, it's going to be time to work on the next component, which is that slack lead. So it's time to talk about why dogs pull. When we think about a big, powerful dog like Darwin, left to his own devices, he doesn't walk at my pace anywhere, he trots along. If ever you've gone shopping with someone like a toddler or someone older than you, you'll know that to walk their speed, you feel like you're adjusting your pace, and it actually takes a bit of doing. Now, it's exactly the same for him when he's out with us. So I've got to teach him to match my pace. But when I'm going from A to B, my body language tells him where we're going, and he just gets there quicker because he walks quicker. So I've got to have a way of supporting him through learning what my criteria is. And I'm going to do that with body language. So I'm going to start by facing him and then incrementally phase out that support while staying connected with him so that he learns how to succeed, only making it harder as he's ready. You can think of the first layer of this as a bit of a dress rehearsal. So I'm going to be using food from my fingers held between my finger and my thumb to his nose to trace the line that I want him to take. So using the posts behind us, they're 5 paces apart. It's going to be food to nose, step, 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 good, reward. I'm going to spin it around and then exactly the same again, 5 steps, good, reward when I hit the end. Step, 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 good. Darwin. Good. So phase 1 is really useful at setting up expectations. So he's got half an idea how to play, but when I've got food to nose, it's called a lure. Now he's following food, not me. I'm going to be wanting it to work with or without food in his presence. So quite quickly I'm going to fade that away. What it's going to do is become a reward. I'm going to keep it in my hand until after he's performed the behaviour that is my goal. So it's going to be a formula of step, good, then I take the food out, then I reward. If he gets it right, I can add a step, so step, step, good, treat. And if ever he gets wrong, I'm going to go back to my single step, reward, so that I don't make it too hard too quick and he stays motivated to play. It's going to be a formula of step, good, treat. And anytime he gets it right, I can add in a step, so step, step, good, treat. And anytime he goes wrong, I'm going to go back to 1 step. So I'm going to have 5 treats in my hand. So it might be on his last one, I've got 5 paces in a row. But for any point he fails, I'm going to go back to that first step to make sure that he carries on motivated and I'm not making it too hard too quickly. I have got the lead around my dominant hand. So for me, that's my right hand. I've got my food in my right hand as well, which leaves my left hand free to deliver food from my food bowl hand to the dog's mouth. Step, good, treat. Boy, so step, step, good. Good. Step. Good. 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 Okay. I use 2 fixed point to work between, so rather than moving on to novel ground and perhaps overwhelming the dog with the new smells, I keep them on the same area to set them up to succeed. The idea behind this exercise is the whole time I've got a slack lead, and if ever it isn't slack, I've made it too hard too quick and I go back to a simpler layer, even if that's finishing on something like eye contact. Now that I've been able to take 10 steps before I say good and reward, I'm ready to go to the next layer, which is going to be phasing out my body language support. So rather than facing Darwin, I'm going to be standing beside him. I'm going to be stepping foot to foot like crab steps, and again, if he gets it right, I can add in more distance, and if ever he's finding it too hard, I can go back to taking just that single step. Step, good, treat. Good. 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 Go for 5. And actually I'm going to repeat that and show you what's happening. So look how he's trying really hard with his front paws to match my pace. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. So my criteria for this layer is the same. When you've done 10 steps for one treat without the dog pulling or sniffing, you're ready to go to the next phase, which is going to be forward stepping. So this is where I'm going to talk about strategic reward placement. It's going to be the same formula, step, good, treat, but I'm going to be using my left hand to really quickly drop food down in line with my trouser seam. So you know when you play ball with a dog, or if ever you've seen one, they're going to start hanging out where they think the reward is going to drop. It's going to be exactly the same thing when I talk about food in line with my leg. They start to get used to that's where the good stuff happens, and that's where they're going to want to hang out. Step, good. Nice. Step, step, good. 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 Nice. Good. 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 Nicely done. Good boy. So a recap on what loose lead walking means to me. It's a dog that's focused, on a slack lead and in line with my leg. The trouble is a lot of the high drive working breed dogs that I meet aren't always ready to go into training mode as soon as they arrive in an area, so that's where settling circuits can come in handy. This is something I cover in part 3 of the series, link in the description below.